It seems like people are against health, but it's really they are self-conscious. They rather play the victim. They see this as a threat. I have had people look at me and make comments that I am afraid of food or that I am missing out because I don't eat rubbish. I don't understand why people are so against health. Do you think, all right, let's get this conversation going in the comments. I don't think it's people that are against health. It seems like it. So I agree with you, Ren. It seems like people are against health, but it's really they are self-conscious. They rather play the victim. They see this as a threat. All right. They see this as a threat. They don't want to believe that they are harming their body. They don't want to admit to themselves. They don't want to accept that it's their responsibility, that it's on them to take care of their health. Because if it's their responsibility and these are choices that they're making and they could make different choices, then it's on them. It's their fault. They don't want to put in actual work. They don't want to put in actual effort. All you have to do is play the victim and get love and attention that way. That's what this is all about. It's about love and attention. It's about acceptance. Literally, we know we call it fat acceptance, but that's what it is. These are people that don't have any purpose, that don't have any value to add, that literally aren't learning any skills. They're not providing any value in society. They're not actually taking responsibility for their health. They're not actually investing any time into their own personal growth, into their careers properly. They just feel fucking upset. They're lost. I mean, there's a lot of social and cultural things too. I mean, the money system is shit. The fiat system is completely fucked. So people really have a lot of despair when you fuck with the money, as per 1971, going off the gold standard. It literally, everything's gotten fucked for the last 50 years. It all goes back to the money. That's how we communicate with one another. That's how we put value of our effort, the energy that we output as human beings. That's how it's categorized. That's how it's classified. That's how it's organized. That's how it's stored in actual money. So people have a lot of despair. And of course, when you keep people locked up, when you keep people in fear, when you're hijacking the social consciousness and you're hijacking everyone's brains on this fucking network called social media, you can fuck with people's heads and literally drive people insane. I literally think that's what it is. Everyone's being literally driven insane because they're so plugged into social media and they're losing, they don't have control of their faculties. They don't have control of their own thoughts. So they have to lie to themselves to follow the narrative that they're being brainwashed with, that they're the gaslighting narrative. All right. So anything that doesn't match up with their narrative has to be evil, has to be the enemy, has to be the other, has to be wrong. Okay. And this is just this has to do with diet. This has to do with lifestyle. This has to do with beliefs, political, social. If you're not on my team, you're wrong and you're evil. And these people don't have individual identities. These people they do not have thoughts for themselves. They're just following what everyone else is saying and doing. And if something doesn't match up with that, it has to be wrong and evil, and I can't think about it or acknowledge it. That's why it's so fundamentally hard, even though it's so logical, for people like us that have full use of our brains and triple-digit IQs. If you look at the food system, it's the food quality. It's much more important than worrying about calorie counting, but people can't understand the impact that all these garbage foods and these low levels of garbage foods, these low levels of inflammation, things like that build up over time. It's not necessarily one cheat meal, but you're not having one fucking cheat meal. People are having shit all day long. They just don't classify it as shit. Oh, my diet's good. What does that mean? Oh, I eat really well. What does that mean? I train every day and I eat right. What does that mean? Humans are fucking weird. You'll make yourself believe that you're doing things properly and right, even when you're not getting those results. So you're obviously not doing things right. You're obviously eating too much food if you're gaining fat. You're obviously not eating quality foods if you're doing something wrong. You have to admit that. Otherwise, it would be working, wouldn't it now? Oh, I'm doing everything right, but it's not working. Then, okay, you're literally defining what doing it wrong means.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real emo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. I said stay woke, real emo. Stay woke, real emo. clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a running crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand alone, watch your enemy.